Hello, we are Sornia. Thank you for everything that you do. We are very happy to share what we can with you today. Times are interesting for all of you, and there's much still that will be revealed and much that will still be unearthed by you. You are moving forward in a positive and exciting way. And we want you to hold to that as your certainty. So that when events, experiences, individuals from outside of you reach out or affect you in some way, you are able to ground yourself in that certainty of there not being anything to fear. Fear being what will be probably once again pushed forward as a means of controlling you and holding you and the rest of humanity in a state of perpetual anxiety. And this is just the state of the world that you are living in right now. And we don't have a whole lot that's new to share with you today in this meeting here, but we feel it's important to connect with you as often as we can in order to give you what we can in terms of information or any new or unfolding events. As you can see, we have, or can hear, we have been focusing with you very much on the present and on present circumstances and supporting you, hopefully supporting you in being able to stay in a state of harmony and finding peace so that you can face the coming waves, or there are always waves of anxiety and fear that are felt by the population, the human population. And you'll see, you mark your time. You know, outside of the earthly plane, there is not the same concept of time or space that you experience in the third dimensional reality. In fact, you are very much consumed by the concept of time and also the concept of space. So you are very aware of it. It has been infiltrated into your psyche, into your belief system, that it is another form of control. And that is what you will see that you'll be breaking through, in particular, the understanding of time. Some feel that time is another dimension. Some feel that time is a human construct. We are here to tell you that it is the way time is experienced by you in human form is complicated because it is part human construct, the way you are forced to experience it, but it is also another dimensional reality, if you will. But you don't have the capability of experiencing it as another dimensional reality. You are experiencing the construct of time and its limitations. And therefore, breaking free from that, it will be interesting because that will be part of what is coming for all of the planet. Breaking through that is crucial in the next step of your evolution and you finding freedom, because that is how you have been controlled. And it's so easy at this point to control individuals. You're being controlled in a multitude of ways, but to be controlled by time. And think about it. Think about how you are forced in so many ways to do certain things at a certain time, and you're told to be somewhere at a certain time. And if not, there are, we should say, so many social norms, or there's the social etiquette around time. Think about it. Those who are late, perpetually late, how they are viewed, and those who are on time, how they are viewed, and those who are early, how are they viewed? Think about that. So how time is used as another form of control and to judge you. And these limitations and your understanding of them are dissolving. You will not have need for them. So again, we're not saying, within this time frame of 2023, you will be dissolving the limitations and restrictions that time has created, but you will begin to understand how time as a social construct has limited you and controlled you. You have already been doing that, many of you, but this will expand to more of the general population. More and more and more is being revealed, is coming forward, more and more. It is happening that your average person who maybe has been, you say, sleepwalking, we kind of agree that they've been sleepwalking. More of those individuals are truly awakening. It may seem like a slow process, and you may feel as if the tide is not changing, but it is. We can tell you because we have access to more information, because we see more of the bigger picture. We don't see all of the bigger picture. That's not really for anyone but for Source to know. And Source, well, we all know how Source is, right? God, Creator. Or if you don't, maybe that's something we can talk about with you. Know Source, know God, know Creator. Know that. Know that energy. That's part of you. That's why we've always encouraged you to know yourself, because that is what you are knowing when you know that divine energy that's there. Again, we're careful with our words because we want to respect each one of you in the way in which you experience the divine. I know we're kind of going all over the place, but why not? We can do that today. Each of you is a unique expression of the divine. We've said that time and time again. So why not know that unique expression of the divine by exploring, by allowing yourselves to go into that world that is within you. It resides within you, but more importantly, because you know that it resides within you, more importantly, it resides in everyone else as well. Even those that you dislike or do not approve of. Find the divinity in them. See how they are uniquely expressing their divinity in your world. What are their contributions? This is a time that you are moving into of expansion. Well, you've been expanding for a long time, but this year that you are just beginning, because again, that's where we started. You like to mark things through time, and you've just started a new year for you. This time frame, it will go past your year of 2023, but this time frame is one of greater expansion than you have felt for a very long time. So you can view that with excitement. You can anticipate it with a bit of trepidation, or you can fear it, or you can ignore it. It's up to you. The expansion will occur. And you will all be experiencing it a little bit differently depending on your unique perspective. Do your best to know that uniqueness that you have brought to this complex weave of expression in human form that all of you are expressing. What are your unique expressions? Because it's not just one thing. You are a multitude of capabilities and endless opportunities to be an expression of the divine. And now is a time to enjoy the expansion that will be occurring. Your world is so focused on, and many of you who are in the spiritual or following spiritual teachings, there's so much that's changing in your world, and there's a lot of concern by many of you that there are forces that are controlling you, and we've talked about that. This is true. But many of you feel that you still can't make your moves, basically. You still can't be free because there are forces keeping you entrapped. And again, part of your expansion and what you will be experiencing, if you so choose, in the coming months is that opportunity to be playful and to abandon the fears and worries about being subject any longer to what is outside of you. You'll be seeing this. You'll be seeing the continual exposure of the darkness to the light. You'll be seeing the slow but sure change from negative expressions to more uplifting and positive expressions, especially if you look for them. So remember that. Keep that in mind, because you are all part of that human community. We are all in this together. And what you do for yourself, you do for everyone else. Think about that. If everyone really, truly came from that place of understanding that what one does for oneself, they are also doing for everyone. Or what you or one does for another affects them as well. So if you treat another with kindness, you are treating yourself with kindness. If you are treating another with disregard and disrespect and disdain, you are treating yourself with disdain. Think about it. Think about how your world can change to what it is that you want it to be simply by being aware of that. Interesting, isn't it? But that's what most of you know and follow and are on earth at this time to share with others. But it takes an awareness that is expanding in your world, but still needs more of a push, so to speak. And that's what you're going to find in the coming months. There'll be other things. There'll be difficulties, of course, because that's part of all of what is going on. You're freeing yourselves. You're freeing others, who want to be freed and awaken. So you have to know what you're freeing yourself from in order to free yourself. So a lot of people don't even know that they are trapped or that they are being confined or that they're being held captive. This will become more important and more understood and revealed and accepted by the general population. They will begin to understand deeper how they are being held captive. That'll be very interesting. That won't come for a while, we don't think. Who knows? Again, it all depends on how much all of you are able to affect the world, those people around you. But it's moving all in a very beautiful way towards that wonderful experience of being free and knowing who you are, truly knowing. Because, we say this all the time to you, know yourself as an eternal being. And we're not judging you, but many of you know that, but you don't feel it. Again, it's not because you haven't put forth the effort, it's because of the conditions in which you are experiencing yourselves at this time. So that is what is happening. The more you are able to allow yourself to know that and express that divinity through you, the more you will be able to affect others around you. So yes, kind of a casual chat this time. Again, we meaning you and us, aren't quite ready for a push forward yet. For that, let's go and start doing things. So enjoy this time of sitting back. And maybe some of you have got conflicts and difficulties, but enjoy it. There's so much going on outside of you that you have no control over. We shouldn't really quite say it like that, but just for the sake of this discussion here now, or my monologue, it's not quite a discussion, is it? For the sake of what I am saying, there are many things that are seemingly out of your control. And it is just your ability to view the experiences, the events, from that divine place of understanding that will allow you to feel the peace that you are looking for, to feel the harmony, because you'll get what is going on and you will be able to dispel fear from you. You will experience fear, of course. It's part of what's still in you, in your system, but it takes time for this to go, to be transformed into a different, more evolved energy, that one of fear. But it's happening, it's happening. And that's important for you to know. And that's why we come forward as often as we do, because we want that you feel that you have at least an understanding of how things are going. Many of you are by yourselves, basically. That's shifting too. I would imagine many of you are going, no, I'm starting to find others like-minded, because that's growing. But many of you are still feeling isolated or insulated in a sense. And it can lead to you having doubts or questioning what's going on. And it takes a certain individual with a certain strength to ride through what appear as frightening situations, to go through it alone, maybe not having a community of like-minded that understand. And if you are one of them that has few, if maybe none, that you can count on, know that it's because you have that strength to face what it is. Hang in there. It will be revealed to you. But you know that. You are all so incredible, really. Each of you. You make us smile. Here, we, as Sornia, all of us here, you make us smile as we see what beautiful acts of kindness and generosity and caring and creativity and fun and playfulness you all bring to difficult situations. We see you bring humor and a lightheartedness, and that brings us great joy also. Well, I think that's about all. They're telling me to wind it up here. I guess I've chatted enough. Not a lot here that's deep and profound, but it's a way to connect with you. It's important for us as it is for you. We are doing what we can together, and it's working, and you will see that. Well, we love you very much. We are Sornia. Goodbye.